Today I'll be explaining what a while loop is. So, what is a while loop? First, you must understand what a loop even is. A loop, a structure, series, or process, the end of which is connected to the beginning. It's literally just a repetitive action, something that keeps happening over and over again. But in code, it's similar, but a little different. Like in code, we have conditions. A condition tells the program if it should basically keep looping or it can stop. The condition is checked before each iteration. If true, it will continue. If false, it just won't iterate at all. A while loop is a structure that repeats a block of code as long as the given condition is true, and it continues to loop until it is not true, meaning it is false. So, say for example, you're doing a rocket launch countdown, and you want to go from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then say something like blast off. You can do this by creating a while loop. Alright, so right now we're just going to create a simple program. It's going to be a countdown to blast off. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and create a variable called countdown. And we're going to say this equals 5. We use 5 as a starting point. So the next thing that we'll have to do is create a condition, which is very important in the while loops or any loops. So you want to go ahead and say while, you can say while countdown is greater or equal to 1. You can stop right there. So this is called a condition. Every time that the loop iterates over the code, it is going to check if the condition is true or false. So what it's trying to do is see if it should continue the loop or stop the loop at a point. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's say that I want to print the value of countdown. Right now, the value of countdown is 5. So I want you all to take about 5 seconds and think, if I ran this code right now, what would happen? If I ran this code right now, it would be infinite loop. Gotta kind of think about it. If we're saying while countdown is greater than 1, the value for countdown is 5. So I'm basically saying while 5 is greater than 1, you're going to print countdown, which has the value of 5. It's going to continuously print out 5 because 5 is always going to be greater than 1. Now, this happened because we never subtracted or added from the actual value. So it remained the same. It stayed 5. Now we have to fix that. Now we have to say, okay, every time it loops, it's going to subtract the 1 from it. Meaning that it'll ultimately make our condition false. Because what we're saying is, while the variable countdown is greater or equal than 1, it's going to print countdown. Now, if countdown is not greater nor equal to 1, it's not going to print anything, and it's going to go to the next unindented line, and it's going to print whatever that is. So we'll go ahead and say countdown equals minus 1. Right. So what this will do is subtract 1 every time that it iterates over the loop. So the variable countdown will initially be 5, then it'll go down to 4, Then it go down to 3, 2, and then we'll be at 1. So you look at the condition again, and it says while condition is greater than or equal to 1. 1 is equal to 1, meaning that it will print countdown. It's going to print 1. And then it's going to do 1 minus 1, which is 0. So then the program would be, it'll be like, well, while 0 is greater than or equal to 1, but 0 is not. That's false. That means that it will not continue with the loop. It will not print countdown, nor will it subtract again. Instead, it will go to the next and unindented line. That's important. Unindented. If you indent your line, and if you're trying to print something to print after the loop breaks or the loop is completed, it's not going to show up when it's completed. It'll more likely show up while the loop is happening if you indent, since it'll be on the same indentation as your loop. So we have to print blast off. This blast off countdown. So it should say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, using the while loop. Oh, you know what? I think that I did this in the wrong order. There we go. Gotta make sure that the counter is in the right order. It subtracts. So it's the minus sign and then the equal sign, not the equal sign and the minus sign. Sometimes I get it backwards. But now you see it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. And we have successfully made a countdown to blast off using a while